All right, everybody, how you doing out there? This is the Rookie Shootouts Review, Episode 2, and we're looking at Knoxville. You better strap in. This might be a long one. Overall, I'd like to say shout out to all the rookies at Dirt Anarchy. You could tell a lot of work was put in moving up to this race. A lot of us were getting together during the week, working on, the cars. I know even I was working with different steering settings and different throttle control methods, different lines on the track. And just overall, huge shout out to everybody. I know some people are not happy with each other after this race. Shit went down. Stuff happened. But, you got to be a team. You got to come together. And you got to keep grinding at it, because the word rookie can really explain a lot of things. And by no means are all of us hot shots at this. We're all working at it. We're all getting better. I've officially been on the sim for a month. And everyone's experience varies. And, so we'll get after it. We'll focus on the 19 machine. There's the Kloon Bloom. I'll tell you about him later. Fun stories. So qualifying. Yeah, qualifying, we lay down to 18.274. Which honestly was the best I had ran all week as far as time goes. So I'm not even going to hate on it. Did it take the top time? No, it did not. However, it still took a decent time. So, moving on. We're going to come into the start of Heat 1. So, we draw P4. We're outside Chase Glendening. In front of us is Matt Tahone and Justin England. Changed up the paint job a little bit. So he's running pole on this one. Jess Whittington, and I don't remember. Nate Yarbrough. Nate Yarbrough's behind me. That's who it is. Cody Wilkerson behind him. Rob Hunrada. Then you have Kloon Bloom back here. Little Nick Klosterman. And I forget who that other car is. Completely. Maybe we'll find it. Skylar Blockmiller. That's who it was. So, this heat, you go ahead and start out. Good launch. A little bit of a good launch. Kind of had to check up so I didn't get into Tahone. Right, boop, there. We're gonna back that up. Yep, you saw all that, right? Mistake right off turn 1. We'll go ahead, jump into my cockpit, and we'll view it from that perspective. So go ahead. We're launching. Nice slow launch. Don't wash out the rear end. Now, I guess there's a little tightness. I know I planned on hitting right under this mark right here. That's where I was aiming for. I thought that would give Chase enough room. Front end, yeah, it kind of gets tight. I wouldn't say it was the tightness I was worried about. Because I knew there was going to be grip right there. And I knew if I gassed it too hard, we were going to push the front end. So that being said, I expected there to be a measure of tightness coming into this turn. I did not expect Chase and I to get together. I did not expect that. So we come in. I'm rolling off the throttle. because I got kind of a run, saw the throttle, come in on the throttle a little bit, and we just kind of connect. It's a racing deal. He goes down, he's shooting for that low line. And I think these guys are honestly going to intersect here a little bit, and I think that kind of stops him up too. But we kind of get into each other. I roll out wide. Yarbrough comes down in underneath. I stay high, trying not to mess up the entire field. And inside of me here, to my inside. Jesse tries to give me a little bit of room, and Rob Hunrada gets into him, spins him. And then Kloonbloom gets caught in that. Skyler gets caught in that. So, and that's pretty much where he finished. So, that takes us to the consolation. So, mistake on my part. Sorry, Chase. Didn't mean to get into you. But that's a racing deal. I ain't going to be mad about that. It happens. Next time, I'll go a little bit wider. Lesson learned. So the B main kicks off, and so this is the consolation, right? This is, I believe, four of us got to make it out of this one, maybe. I think all of us. I think somebody comes over the net and says all of us. So you got myself. I don't remember who that is. Kloonbloom behind me. Mike Tuck, Cody Wilkerson, J.D. Myers, Alex Thompson, Jesse, Rob. We get a good launch. Good solid launch. It really just kept the car entirely straight this entire race. I will say, I'll leave it kind of play on this one. For sure, I know the B main was probably the best racing that happened all night. There were a few mistakes in it that happened behind us. But overall, it was the best green flag, green and checkered racing we had done all night, unfortunately. But overall, we ended up taking the B main. If you get curious about the race, head over to Dirt Static Esports, either on Twitch or on YouTube. Marcus Potter does a really good job of commentating the whole thing, and has the whole thing documented so you can watch it there. It gives me quite a few compliments on this run, which was humbling, because I had it playing in my ears while I was racing, and I could hear the gaps I was getting. So it was like, he's got a 7/10 lead, 1 second lead, 1.5 second lead, and I think I made it all the way to a 2 second lead on Kloonbloom back there. If anybody wonders why I call him that, it's because his last name's Klosserman, and he's got the Bloomquist replica car, so Kloonbloom. That's what I call him. So, overall, really happy with the B main run. Had a lot of fun in it. I think it's the first time in the league I've had some open air to run, and you can tell that my inner Forrest Gump kicked off my leg braces because I was gone. I was ready for it, and I was ready to take action, and I did. And so super proud of that performance. Super proud of all the guys in the B main that, even though we don't have cautions in the B main, you can still see some really good racing going on behind me. Everyone's kind of got their space, and really just letting the cars have it. This is the longest run I think most of them have had in a race so far for the rookies. So, again, that's not hating on anybody. That's just how it is. A lot of us got some lessons to learn, and we're learning them together. I'll tell you that. So, but that's the B main. It's just me out in front kicking some ass. Not really kicking their ass. I was just happy to run. I was happy to run and get my laps in, and it's just what I needed. So, We get done with that, and not what I wanted. We go over to the feature, and this gets good. So we take off. We're in the slick right off the rip, on the bottom line in the slick. So a lot of throttle control, keeping her as easy as we can, staying low, pushing high. As long as we got the room. We got Paul coming up on us. Mike Tuck and old Plume Bloom right behind that. So definitely keeping the racing together. Trying to, at least. I thought we were gonna go pretty good here. But then we got two guys get together right there, you can see, and brings out the first caution. We spent some time. There's a lot of confusion when it comes to stacking up the field. I don't quite understand it. I don't know why, but we do. And I think it's just because, people aren't in the right place. Guys don't know what to do. Guys are trying to be respectful. Just like you would in an official. If the guy doesn't get in his spot for turn 3 on the backstretch, right before entering turn 3, close the gap, guys. Close the gap, get up there. Because he's not going to make it in time. Sucks to suck, and it's unfortunate. It's going to set the field in different spots, but he could be in the pits. He could be anywhere. None of us know. We're out on the track. So unless somebody tells you otherwise, close up the gaps, and we'll get back to green flag racing, because that was a lot of our mix-up, confusion of where who needed to be somewhere. So we get caught. Actually, we go back. Is it this? Maybe.
All right, fellas, bunch up. I'll clear black flag. Bunch it up. Get a good restart.
Yeah, it's Brandon coming over the net. It's league owner Brandon. He's trying to control the chaos out there. A lot of stuff, a lot of confusing stuff happened. You got Justin and England around right there.
I'm sorry about that.
And then, this wreck right here. So. Yeah. Yeah, we got some stuff going on. Trying to figure it out. Yada, yada, yada.
Like I do on Sunday night. If you're involved in the caution, all part of
yeah. We're just going to keep going.
Blacks, wherever, just find a hole, I'll clear blacks. Let's just work on getting up and bunching up together.
Yep. So, right here. Right there. They send her damn near 4 wide. So, and I'm not really going to put this on Paul. I get it. People are getting some good runs off the back. Just be patient. You can tell everybody, everybody sees it. You watch Flow Racing. You watch all the pros do it. They all dive down. Everybody dives down. Well, they dive down because they know what they're doing. Not everybody in this field knows what they're doing. I'm willing to bet none of us know what we're doing. Not everything. I bet you we all got different skills.
Just find a hole,
so we launch.
Let's just work.
And you got, I don't know who this is. It looks like Yarborough. Yarborough dives down off Dustin Haynes. And as soon as that happens, Jesse shoots down. I think this is another Nick. I don't remember his last name. Nick there, and Paul there. And this damn near 4 wide. He tries to stay, so Clume Bloom tries to stay out of Paul's rear end. And tries to make I wouldn't say he's trying to make the gap. I'd say he's just trying not to get into him because he's got more speed at the time. And instantly, the other Nick is also drifting up a little bit. This should have been a let off. I didn't see that he was threading the needle there. 100% did follow him through that. I won't even lie. was going for it. And right there. Whoop. Nick's upside down. I get into Clume Bloom. I go sideways, right into the slick. And everybody, here comes the freight train. And we get hit, broken axle. Right there. Right there. So, yep. That was the start of our race by lap 6. Good times. Good times had by all. It took me a second to figure this out. I was wondering why it was pitched. So then I started trying to drive. It's a unicycle late model. Not even going to lie. And then I figured it out right here. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Pretty sure I got a broken axle. And there I am. Right next to Clume Bloom. And, yep, that's where we were. So now we go back out on the track. And at this point in time, I don't think it happened yet. But I'm definitely being cognizant of people are going to start driving a little frantic. We're going right through the slick. Just because nobody else was touching that spot. I was like, well, I'm good in the slick. I can make it happen. So I did. I stayed in the slick and followed old Clume Bloom all the way through. And at one point, old Clume Bloom there, we were on, I was on my own channel in Discord, not talking to anybody, because talking while racing's a distraction. We all know it. And he came up, he dragged me to where he was, or he came up to where I was, and was like, "Hey man, follow me. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna get our spots back. We're gonna get back up there." And I was like, "Yeah, all right, cool, teamwork. Let's do it." And so at this point, you see me kind of checking up, trying not to send us 3 wide, because we were talking about it. He was like, "Hey, let me know before you push me 3 wide." And I'm like, as soon as he said that, it was kind of like a cue for me. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'll hug the bottom. I'll stay right behind you. I'll be ready to pounce when I need to. But, we'll keep it calm, keep it cool. So we come around. We're just making our way. Now, this is kind of a weird happening. Pulls a slide job. Now I'll admit, a little bit of a shallow slide job. I would have aimed for more towards Hunrada up there. He comes through, kind of a perfect, but I want to see from Nate Yarborough's view how this panned out, because Clume Bloom did get the EOL for this one. We can't see the throttle management here, but that's normally about right there is where I let off. If I see a guy come up on my inside and he's right there, he let off. And I'm not saying that's nothing on Nathan. I'm not saying it's a bad move on Clume Bloom, and I'm not saying it's a bad move on Nathan. Just for me, if I see that little number placard right there, I let off. I do. Everybody, absolutely everybody, will clear a slide job on me, but generally without contact, because I will let off 100%. But let's off a little late. We get contact. I go for a nice little ramp ride off the inside there. We'll go back to spotter view. And we'll focus on me again. I just wanted to see it. See what happened there. Then, whoop. Take a little ramp ride. Go down on the apron. And, yeah. Brings out another caution. So, we get moving. We get moving again after that. We're still on comms with each other. And we're talking about, making sure we give Alex room. Alex has come a long, long way in a week. He's not spinning himself out. And, yeah, so that was another questionable one. We, we're sitting there talking. And actually, the conversation started, I think, back here. We're talking about, hey, Alex is shooting down low. We're going to go high side. We're going to stay out of his way. We're not going to spook him. We're going to stay up high. And right here. Clume Bloom gets a little run on us. But I hit the gas and I'm like, all right, we're gonna get by Alex, and old Clume Bloom there gets a little swiped up with Alex. So we'll see. We'll watch from both views here. Back it up a little bit more. Head into the cockpit with him. I'll back it up so we can kind of see things. See the situation develop. Yeah, so he tries to stay clear of him. He tries to stay up as close to the wall as he can. Steers it straight to the wall. Alex kind of drifts up on him. And if we hop in... Nope, don't do that. Other one. Nope. It's not what I want. So we'll take a look at Alex. So like I said, I didn't want to spook Alex at all. I don't know what he's running as far as monitors or view or whatnot. I don't know if you can see me. So I'm staying up pretty high. Not trying to get near him. Yeah, seems like he kind of gets up in the throttle. Maybe not aware that Nick's on his inside, or Clume Bloom there. So that happened. And that brings out the second caution for old Clume Bloom, and he gets a DQ. Not going to say what side of the fence I am on that one, but you can guess the latter probably. So, we're about spotter cam. And, yep, so that happens. Brings out another caution. Cody Wilkerson and them get into it up there. And here I start making some moves. So this is 19. Accident happens on 20. And 20 where we're going. I go right through the slick. I'm not wasting my time up top. I'm like, I can handle the slick. No one else is going in the slick. We're going in the slick. So this is where I start making my run to the front. I've got 10 laps, and it's time to put the hammer down for me. So it's slick or nothing, because everybody else is running pretty high. So that's what I chose. I was like, we're gonna do slick. We're gonna do slider lines when they're clear to get up in the grip. I was gonna use the track to my advantage, knowing what others could run and couldn't run, and what I could run. So at this point of the race, for me, it's all about kind of just using everything I know how to do to my advantage. So that's what we're doing. We're just kind of getting after it, getting through the slick as best we can, seeing what inches us closer to Rob there. Is it the slider lines? Is it the lower high line with that right rear in the grip? Which one is it? Or is it the low line? Is it kind of riding out the slick near the low? I just kept trying different things and slowly reeled them in. When I got here, I knew he was up there. I didn't want to get up on him, so we kept rolling the bottom. It paid off. We stayed in it. It worked tremendously. He gets kind of close to us there. And yeah, we're just working that bottom. I do remember in my mind, though, when I seen Alex, I was like, oh, Alex is the perfect block car. I did. Sorry, Rob, if you watch this. Sorry. But That's what I was thinking. As soon as I seen Alex, I was like, oh yeah, you stay up there. You stay up there. I'm gonna I'm gonna make you work around Alex, and I'm gonna work this. So at this point, I think another caution comes out, and boom, I'm in the top 5. So within a couple laps, how many laps was that? Yep. So within about 8 laps, I got up there. I think it took me 3 or 4 laps to work with Rob to get around him, which is expected. For me, a pass will take anywhere from 1 to 4 laps. It just depends on the track conditions, where everybody's at, how we're running, how fast he's running, what he's doing, if he's making mistakes, if I'm making mistakes. Yeah, it just depends. So 1 to 4 laps, kind of expected. I always expect it to be about that. So now we're in the top 5. That's pretty much where we finish. We finished in the top 5. 5th to be exact. So we get running, and yeah, at this point, these guys know how they've been running with each other most of the race. I do not. I don't know who's doing what up here, so I'm just kind of what I was doing before is what I'm doing now. If I would have had more laps, probably could have done some more work. But you know, features only 30 laps. So that's the work we did in 30 laps with the mistakes that we made and the little confrontations we got into out there on the track. So overall, not too bad. Next week we got Lucas Oil, Wheatland, and yeah, that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I don't know if there's gonna be any changes made. It's a much smaller track, so we'll see how the field pans out. We'll see the improvements everyone makes by then. But yeah, so that was the rookie shootout review at Knoxville. Happy with the performance. You know, again, these videos are really for us to document our racing, our race, and you know, see how we did behind the wheel. Again, shout out to everybody. Dirt Anarchy, Dirt Static Esports, Magellan Spikes Designs for my car. If you need a car wrap, man, let me know, because do I got a guy. He is awesome. Another shout out to CrossFit Fairbanks, Cooper Training and Conditioning, Black Gold Express, everybody who sponsored the car. Huge shout out. Thank you so much. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week after Lucas Oil. Stay safe. Kick ass. Cheers.